All right, we are getting set up at our spring annual Rigs and Roast event here in Kansas City, and I thought I'd take the opportunity to show you what is phase one of our 2024 Ford Super Duty Tremor build. Over the last couple of years, we've been branching into Fords a whole lot more and just full-size trucks in general. The need for them in the overlanding space has grown so much because of the multi-purpose use of rigs, guys that use them for work and or have to tow really heavy weight, and the Tundras just have their limitations. The other 1500 size trucks. So that introduces the Ford F-250, Ford F-350s, the Rams, and the Chevys, but we won't talk about those. Right now, we're just going to talk about the one good truck, which is the Ford F-250 and F-350. This is a 2024. It is a Lariat trim with a trimmer package on it. And let's start with what we did at the front of the truck. So on the 24s, well, the 23s, they had a minor facelift. So, new line of the fenders and hood and the grille, the bumper. So this is one of the, in my opinion, one of the best bumpers, best looking bumpers, best functioning bumpers available currently for this facelifted F-250. This is ADD. This is their Phantom bumper. And with this truck, we partnered with Baja Designs. We've been working with Baja Designs on and off over the years for actually 10 years now. Absolutely incredible lighting, light output, the quality, brightness, just overall, they're my personal favorite of lights that exist in the off-road overland market. So we've got a run of their Squadron Pros here. Typically a light bar goes there. We tried out some LP6s, some LP9s. It had kind of like a bucktooth look. So we just did the Squadron Pros. That way we can actually angle them if we wanted to, and a little bit more just option for light output, because then we did the driving combo and then we did the spot patterns on the outside. With that, we did the Baja Design S8s in this little fog light pockets that are here. I really love ADD's fit and finish integration for OE park sensors right there, and then this just fits seamlessly, and then again you can adjust it to set your beam pattern where you want it. And because of this one doing the full flood right here, which is like their work scene pattern, it gets a nice good flood right there. And then inside of the bumper, we've just got a typical worn, this is a worn Zeon 12S synthetic with a factor 55 UltraHook flat link so that the line is protected. Coming up underneath of the truck right here, these might not be as well known out there. ASFIR 4x4. They are an Israeli company that produces skid plates for a litany of vehicles and have branched into the Super Duties just over the last year or so. And so we've got their front main skid plate, which integrates really nicely, real seamlessly into the integration skid for the front bumper. And then it ties up underneath there. You can see we got engine and transmission protection as well. And we'll go to the back of the truck here a little bit and show you the rest of that. So working our way around into what is the real meat and potatoes of this build. So Super Duties, as you know, especially the Tremor trim, I mean, they have already great gear ratios, 10-speed transmission if you got the Power Stroke or the 7.3, gobs of power, tons of ground clearance as they sit. The Tremor comes factory 35s. This is sitting on 38s and literally just a front level spring, which is wild. You've got 38s fitting inside of there. So that with the factory locker, this has the turn assist and a bunch of other off-road features. It's a wildly capable truck. If it can fit there, it will go there and it will drive through it. The Tremor does also include the limited slip front differential. So yeah, it's just a great package overall. But to increase, ride quality, because they are set. Even the Tremor's still, it's a heavy-duty full-size truck, so ride quality is not phenomenal. For full-size trucks, Carli is 100% the absolute way to go on darn near everything. And then as far as shocks, my opinion is that either Fox or the Dobinson MRRs are the best non-electric shocks available for these trucks. Tried obviously the Carli E-Ventures, which were awesome, the Icon CDC EV, or I forget how you do it. And overall ride quality of these Foxes, these are Performance 2.5s, are absolutely incredible. Got full adjustability for high speed, low speed here on the reservoir mount. And then as far as the rest of the suspension components, there's only one answer, and it is always Carli. It's always Carli. So we've got the Carli torsion sway bar, which if you are lifting a full-size truck, that is probably my #1 best bang for buck suspension component. That is just absolutely phenomenal. And with everything else on the front end, we've got all Carli goods. We've got the Carli diff skid there. We got their brake lines, their caster shims, and everything like that on the front of the truck. Their track bar, and then we are waiting for phase 2, which we're going to go with the Apex full front link assembly, which gives you beefer steer rod and tie rod end links and all that jazz. Excuse me, not tie rod end links, but anyways, all the full Apex kit out. But you can see the Carli diff skid just kissing just below here, so nice smooth transition from the ASFIR skid to the Carli diff skid. Sitting on 38, so probably not going to have to use that a whole lot, but it's there just for that added protection. And then if you look up underneath it here, you can see the remainder of that ASFIR 4x4 skid plate sits nice and high and tight inside of there to give you protection there for engine and transmission, which is really, really quite awesome. Protects a lot of vulnerable components. Honestly, kind of shocked that with the Tremor package, there's not something that's there, but there you have it. They produce something that fits perfectly inside of the truck. Moving to the back, this is the one component that I know a lot of people have kind of been waiting to see on this truck. This is the ALU black bed replacement system. This is their flatbed tray canopy, and then the boxes and headache rack that are designed for a sliding camper. So like if you look over there, there is the 4-wheel camper that just showed up in the Tundra. That thing will fit perfectly into the back of this bed. So obviously we are the Midwest dealer for 4-wheel camper, and flatbed systems that are out there specifically geared towards those were kind of non-existent, whereas this one, it is a perfect seamless fit and finish inside of there. It's designed for those. But the great part is it also just works awesome as just a utilitarian bed. It's massive, flat bottom, flat sides. So that's kind of the high level. Let's get into the nitty gritty of the ALU black tray. So with the ALU black one, it is almost entirely aluminum except for some of the steel construction components that mount to the actual bed frame of the truck. The thing I love most about this tray compared to any other trays that we've worked with over the many years is how, like, the fit and finish, the tie-in. This is specifically designed for each truck. It's not a tray length that has a fit kit. This is designed for this truck, and the ones they make for Rams and the Gladiators and Tacomas, they are designed for that truck. So you can see along the side of it, it actually follows the OE contour of the truck with the headache rack, and it is a, the installation kit that comes with it is a direct bolt into the truck. You basically just have to integrate fuel and wiring, and then mount the sucker up, which is pretty awesome. So starting in the front corner, this is like so many trays out there that you just have to make a bracket or zip tie these things out of the way. This is an OE fit. They actually use the original mounting hardware inside of there for your diesel fuel, your DEF fluid, which is awesome, and then you've got a storage compartment right here if you want to store additional DEF fluid or just lubricants or anything in general, since it's right there, which is awesome. So the whole tray itself is one component that's got these two lower storage boxes, and then these boxes are a bolt-on feature to go on top of the tray. So you've got loads of storage throughout here, a drop-down tray, workstation if you wanted to have like a cook prep station right there, which is pretty great. The neat thing about these boxes is that they're full-length pass-through. So if you've got fly rods, fishing rods, tent poles, stakes, etc., you can slide all the way back through, all the way through the front, and then you've got storage trays all the way throughout, which is pretty neato. Everything has a positive lock retention. These are not some chintzy cheap locks, and really, really good seals. So everything is water and dust tight, and they're just huge. You know, you go from having a stock bed that is just all wasted space to this. Massive amounts of storage, which is just absolutely incredible. Working our way to the back, they do of course have what you typically see in a lot of trays, which is a slide out rear drawer system. This one does have lockouts where a lot of others are in weird places or just don't have them in general, which doesn't make any sense. And even just the way that the locks incorporate into the tray is pretty slick. So this releases, slides in, locks. And the neat thing about this tray is this is actually inside of a fully sealed box. So when this seal goes against that right there, again, water and dust tight. One of the other really awesome features of the ALU Black in comparison to a lot of other trays that are out there is how it incorporates into OE electronics. So this is specifically designed for this truck with the blind spot monitors and OE park sensors. So wiring does have to be extended a little bit just because of placement, because these are originally up in the taillights, and these of course are way down here in the bumper, which your installer, us, or anybody else, if you're not within 15 hours of us, can get that taken care of for you. But that's the part which is, again, a lot of other trays that we've done have just, it's 3M double-sided sticky tape, or you just make something, which is just kind of brutal. So with this one being able to have OE integration for your blind spot monitors and your park sensors is huge. It's absolutely amazing. Love it. This one was their first, so we're waiting on 2 brackets so that we can incorporate the camera, which they have made for that, and then your tow connector. So any tray now has those, again, fully incorporated. So there's no making it work. It is bolted in, everything fits in as it should. They come with actual nice LED non-chintzy style taillights, and we just added some Baja Designs S2s here as a reverse, and then some up in the headache rack as chase lights as well. Last couple of features on this tray, which is awesome. That plate right there in the middle of the bed is your open up plate, so that you can put in and run with a 5th wheel gooseneck if you want to. So you can put this tray on and still use gooseneck if you want to, which is awesome. And it's pre-wired up there for a plug and play for your slide-in camper, so you can wire it into the truck, and then you don't have to have wiring dangling around. Just wire up an Anderson connector when you install the 4-wheel camper, and that plugs in right there. To finish off, the back of the truck, again, it's got the Fox suspension. We were waiting to get everything done. We do have the Carli full progressive leaf packs for the truck that we are going to be getting installed. For now, we've just got the Carli shackles on the OE springs that you can see right inside of here, which just smooth up the ride a little bit, and that paired with the shocks. The truck, honestly, as it sits right now, rides absolutely incredible. Super comfortable. I regularly put anywhere from 1,400 to 1,700 tongue weight on there, and then we'll have an additional probably 800 pounds in the back of the truck, towing anywhere from 8 to 18,000 pounds. So it does phenomenal. Oh, one other thing I forgot. What we always like to do on trucks is we do have full travel airbags inside of here, so that they can go to full droop if need be. And then when the suspension does compress and you just need, let's say you're really loaded up, got a wireless air compressor controller to adjust rear ride height and just load capacity in general. So aside from that, the only other thing that is on the truck that really kind of ties it all together is that this is a matte PPF film that was installed by our sponsors, Alex over at Detail Doctors. So it's a factory just black truck. You can actually see, just the OE gloss color right here, and all my trash inside the truck too. It's great. This matte PPF not only just gave it protection, kind of gave it this just really kind of murdered out look for the truck, which is I quite like. The only other thing that we didn't quite mention is, you guys probably get tired of hearing me say it, but every video, the best wheels that you can get, Method race wheels. The guys at Method have been working with us for events and truck builds for many years. they're just, we love those wheels. We install hundreds of them a year. They're the absolute best overland wheels, off-road wheels you can get out there. They make wheels for these trucks that are HD wheels. They've got like 701s and 703s, I think 702s as well. A couple others that they're releasing, which are actually HD rated. Granted, the 318s that are on this one, a bunch of other ones are rated well beyond OE wheels, but they've actually got ones that are rated above that for those that are just, I want to build a flippin' chase truck that weighs 8,000 pounds. Wheels that are rated for it, which is pretty incredible. And wrapped around them are Nitto Ridge Grappler 381350s. So there you go. That is phase one. There's a lot more that's coming. It's just not here yet. So this is phase one of our 2024 Ford F-250 Tremor build.